Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. Massive Media welcomes you back to another program. Today, we are going to look at the issue of declaration of Democratic Republic of the Yoruba Nation. Today, we will look at the clip of Chief Bode George, the former military governor of Ondo State, and his interviewers. We will exploit and analyze what they are going to say, implications of what the military, the rulers, the governors, those who are in charge of National Assembly, both in the past and the present, their antecedents, and how they handled the country. We will also evaluate how the youth learn from them and why they should expect the youth to do different things from what they have taught them, both physically and spiritually. Before we continue this analysis, I wish to use this opportunity to thank all our viewers and listeners. We say, may God bless you all for your courage and your comments. Do not please forget to subscribe to our channel, like, share, and always leave your comments. It is through this we'll be able to know your own opinion and the suggestions you have to what we have presented to you. Thank you very much. There is no doubt that
indivisible and indissoluble, and yet we have some people coming forward saying they want to dissolve the Nigerian nation. In Oyo State Secretariat, they tried to take over the government, led by a certain Mrs. Abiola or Miss Abiola Onitiri, whatever the name is. So, what do you think? Do you think that the objective of Yorubas should be secession from Nigeria? Even Sunday Igboho has said no. Professor Banji Akintoye has said no. That in fact these people are not known to them, that they are hoodlums. But there are some people who say, well, they are secessionists. Where is this coming from as a Yoruba elder statesman?
Now, thank you very much, Ruben. I wish our nation well. You know, when one of my political sons in Oyo State sent the clip to me, I thought it was in Nollywood. But when I now listened to the comments made by the lady who was all dressed in white and talking, I knew something terribly had gone amiss. You know, I see it as part of the teaching of civics and history in schools. You just don't go arrange for people to take arms against your government. It is treason. And the way they were even lucky that they called the Amotekun first before the police arrived. If it had been people from my old profession, they would have seen them as enemies and they would have fired.
there is no doubt that Commodore Bode George is a well-known Nigerian and a former military governor of Ondo State between 1988 to 1990. This means he served under the military presidency of Ibrahim Bodamosi Babangida, who ruled between 1985 to 1993. You have heard from the interviewer, Dr. Ruben Abati, beginning with the issue of treason. And one would ask, what is treason? Treason is regarded as an offense of inciting or offense of acting to overthrow one's government or to harm or kill his sovereign, a violation of allegiance to one's sovereign or to one's state, the betrayal of a trust or confidence, breach of faith, and treachery. And this is defined in Nigerian Constitution from the colonial era to the present day generation or political setting in Nigeria. Well, coming to the declaration of this Yoruba democratic government declared by Chief Mrs. Onitri Abiola, Commodore Bode George referred this attitude, behavior as lack of civic and history teaching in Nigerian schools. Well, we will define what civics is according to dictionary. Civics is defined as the study or science of the privileges and obligations of citizens. Civic education is the study of the theoretical, practical, and practicable aspects of citizens, as well as its rights and duties. It includes the study of civil law and the civil code, the study of government with attention to the role of citizens as opposed to external factors in the operation and oversight of government. Indeed, this is what Commodore Bode George says is lacking in today's youth. But in a democratic society, the attitude, the behavior, the governance method of government defines practically what civics is all about. The government, the officials, the legislators, all these group of people, the civil servants also, shows the immediate and practical definition of what civic is, and where the children, the youth, and the people at large learn the attitude of giving nationality a pride by obeying the laws of the land and respecting the constitution as practiced by the politicians themselves. Unfortunately, Nigerian political elites teach their youths direct civics they use in governing Nigeria. And what are some of these behavioral attitudes they learn from them? When the elders teach 100 youths bad behaviors at a tender age, about 60 to 80% will grow up thinking it is the right life to live. When the elders involve in embezzlement and fraud, the youths who witness or work closely with them will think it is easiest way of making money. This abuse of office leads to setting up of EFCC, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, by the government of Chief Obasanjo. This was established by an act of National Assembly on 12th December 2002. When the elders involve and encourage courtesan in their educational institutions, businesses, and activities capable of harming others, the youth will think that is the best way of life. When the presidency and politicians encourage rigging, with military and police backing them, sometimes kill both voters and opponents in a broad daylight, that is the lesson for the youths to think that that is the best form of election. When politicians arm the youths with guns to help rig elections, instead of giving them jobs, after the elections, they will not return the guns. When National Electoral Commission and its workers take bribe to give false results or influence and manipulate electoral results, that is civic education to Nigeria. When governors activate killings of their citizens as to receive highest security vote money, other incoming governments will adopt same principles to have their own riches. When the youths witness insecurity all over the state or nation, seeing their lives in danger, they will devise means of securing themselves or use the ammunitions or guns given to them during the time of election to act or defend themselves in time of danger. When the military engages in overthrowing constituted democratic governments or authorities from time to time, they are teaching the youth technicalities of conspiracy and disobedience to other constituted authorities, which may affect the homes and the states. Please do not fail to subscribe to this channel, share, and leave your comment. Please, we implore you to do so. Remember to share to your friends and family members. And those who have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. And as you do so, God will bless you immensely. We continue. When government breed dictators, fail to listen to their citizens, mistreat them, abuse and accuse them falsely, or lay false allegations against them as to jail them, one day all will bounce back. But the effect may be that more dictators will arise from the community who may end up being more brutal than the previous dictators. So this answers the question of civic and history studies. The youth can learn from the politicians, civil servants, the society at large, including the pastors and imams. They are liable to educate and show good examples. The children will learn more. It is a practical issue as the definition defines. When the head is playing bad role, then those underneath will eventually play even worse role than the head. This is why it is imperative for the leaders to behave and show good examples to the youths. Chief Bodejudge continued that you just don't go to take arms against your government. But unfortunately, this is what they taught the youth. He too, as the Commodore and Governor of Ondo State, benefited from sedition, treason committed against Nigerian state by overthrowing the democratic elected president of Nigeria on December 31st that installed General Muhammadu Buhari, from which also the Babangida, who was a collaborator in this heinous crime against Nigerian state that later overthrew General Muhammadu Buhari to become the president of Nigeria between 1985 to 1993, for which Commodore Bodejudge benefited and became the governor of Ondo State. These are the lessons you people have passed to the youth. So coming back to blame the youth of what they have done, you first and foremost blame yourselves. You have taught Nigerian youths bad attitude and bad behaviors. Therefore, you blame yourselves, your groups, and those military who started overthrowing the elected governments in Nigeria have no right to blame the youth without first putting themselves under the punishment they want to lay on the youths. It is now they are no longer in government that they realize that the democracy is for the government of the people and for the people. Everybody indeed wants progress of Nigeria, but Nigeria is not working. Those rulers who want to make Nigeria their private company makes it difficult for Nigeria to progress. On the other hand, they also invite people to take arms against them or invite the military to take over power from them. Nigeria breeds dictators, and these dictators makes it difficult for Nigeria to progress, and that is the more reason why things are not working. And Bodejudge, your advice for restructuring, how many years have you talked about restructuring? Have they heard you? They do not listen. They do not want to hear. They want to hear themselves, and they want to rule by themselves and rule others, rule their family and embezzle money. That is the motive behind Nigerian leadership in the context of what is trending today in Nigeria. So people are angry and doing everything to ensure that these leaders are informed of their atrocities. With this, we come to the end of this very program. We want you to comment and share your opinion. Is it right for the rulers, the members of the government, those who have found themselves in the leadership role, to continue embezzlement, continue to dictate without bending their neck But when they come out, they become human rights activists. If they are good, why is it that the EFCC is chasing them? Even the present president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has many cases lying with the EFCC. So none of them, the legislators, the president of the Senate, has cases with EFCC. How many of them are free? But they are loading themselves and loading their authorities over others. People are tired of their activities and want to liberate themselves. They don't want a new constitution. They don't want restructuring. They just want to rule, get money for the next election. That is Nigerian politics. The civic duty and the civics under Bode George want the youth to learn is imperatively being taught by the politicians and the elder statesmen, and the youths are giving them back. Now the youths are giving them back. They are crying that the youths are committing crimes when they did not show them good behaviors, good leadership, provisions of amenities, and good technical and progressive way of living. With this, we come to the end of this very program. We ask you to subscribe, share, and comment. Till we come to you again, thank you and God bless you. Bye.